Hi, welcome to Brews Build a Halstead. This is our video number one. My name is Garrett Brewster. And this is my beautiful wife,
Nikki.
Nikki Brewster. And what I wanted to do here that we've been talking about was I wanted to make a YouTube video kind of with our process of building a house, the timeline, and how it all worked out. Because this has been a first time experience for us. And there's been some ups and downs. There's been some things we wish we knew. And so I was hoping that we could kind of talk about those things and take you along on our journey together. So let me start off by saying too that this video and my next video are probably going to be pretty boring videos, but they'll be good videos, I think, for us or anyone else that's building that may want to just take a few minutes and listen to some of this to look back on or refer back to even once our building process is underway. And you might have questions about what did we do. We found that before we started building, we looked at Halstead videos online, what we could find. There wasn't many. And we kind of designed our house off of some of those videos. And then after we had basically closed on our deal, we realized in those videos that they had made some major changes. And we had to kind of go back to Schumacher homes and make some changes because we had based them off those videos. So anyway, we wanted to talk to you guys about our upgrades and what we did. That way, once we get into our house, you guys will know what our upgrades are. And I'll try even during those videos to, if there's an upgrade that I see, to remind you that this was an upgrade. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is, and this is kind of a two-part series, but this part here is why are we building? Why do we pick Shoemaker? Why do we choose the Halstead? And then our timeline. I think the timeline is very important. And then part two, our next video, I'm going to talk about upgrades that we did in our house, and finally some upgrades that you should maybe consider. They were either free or not very expensive at all, and we thought they were very worthwhile upgrades. So anyway, getting started, we live in Western Pennsylvania. We built out of the Ravenna, Ohio office. And really, the reason we built was we had a beautiful home in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, and we wanted to get to a smaller school district. We are avid boaters, and this is closer to our boat, and it's a much smaller school district, and we're moving by our best friends, and we're super excited. So that's kind of why we built. Also, because the market is crazy right now. It's currently January 22nd, 2022. When we started this, it was mid-May, June. And so anyway, in finding a house with our wish list in our budget was, it wasn't going to happen. So why do we choose Shoemaker? We looked at about three different builders, and quality was one of the main things. We had lived in a competitor's home previously, and we were quite disappointed for the 8 years that we lived there, with a lot of the how those builders built that place, and so we kind of knew what we were looking for. We're not experts by any means, but we kind of had an idea of what we were looking for in a builder, and we found that with Shoemaker. The customization, basically, the entire house can be customizable. I mean, you'll pay for it, but if you want to put a swimming pool in your living room, I'm sure they would probably do it for you. So you can basically do whatever you want. And finally, their base options. If you just pick just a house off their website, their base options were upgrades with other builders, and we like that fact because their base upgrades are actually really nice, all of them. Why do we choose the Halstead? There's a few different reasons there. We really were in love with the Olivia, and if you've ever been to that Ravenna to see their model showcase home there, it's just gorgeous. We were in love with the Olivia, and that was first what we had kind of picked and went with. From there, we moved to the Madison and finally to the Halstead. And most of those were because of budget reasons. Lot size was another thing we had to consider. Our lot is 90 feet wide, and you have to have 10-foot setbacks in our lot. One of my requirements, or on my wish list, was I wanted a 3-stall garage, which added an extra 12 feet. So we had a 70 feet to work within, with a 3-stall garage. So lot size was one of those things. We wanted a first floor master, and another wish list item was a 2-story great room. So we had kind of done some pros and cons with the Olivia, the Madison, and the Halsted. And really, the Halstead checked all of our boxes. Square footage was relatively, similar, and we did some upgrades to make it even more similar to the Halstead, or to the Olivia, excuse me. So anyway, that's why we chose the Halstead. Now getting into the good stuff, probably the stuff that you care about. Our timeline. Our original meeting, our original consultation with Schumacher Homes was on May 6th, 2021. That was where we had first designed the Olivia, was the first house. So back and forth, going through what we decided to build. We gave them our initial deposit to build May 31st. So just about a month later. After that, June 22nd, so 3 weeks roughly, we had our colors meeting, and that's where you choose your basically everything. You basically build your entire house, right? I mean, your exterior color, your interior colors, your cabinets, carpets,
shingles, brick, stone.
Right, you do it all. And it was fun too, because we were at the time, we were only about an hour from their office, so I think I went to their office 2 or 3 times by myself just to review and really look at things, and they were extremely helpful. They did a great job, and they're really they're really willing to. They give you their opinion. I felt like, and it wasn't like trying to sell you on stuff at that point, because you were already sold, but. They really did a good job of helping you design what they think will look good, and they didn't try to sway you in any way. So, great experience with the colors. July 20th, so about a month later, we had our lot walk, and that's when some of the budget issues came into play, was because at that point we realized we needed to have a basement walkout, which I'm going to talk about in our next video. But July 20th was our final lot walk, and then on July...
And that's where we walked with the builder.
Right, you walk with the builder, and they... the builder talks about issues, possible issues in your lot, or, we're going to have to put the garage here instead of here. We might have to, like for us, for example, originally we had wanted our garage on the right. The builder said it needs to go on the left. So just things like that.
And at that point, we already had the lot surveyed and staked. Like the corners of the house were staked out.
Not yet.
Right?
Well, it wasn't staked yet.
Okay.
I don't think. I don't know. Anyway. So then finally we had our pre-construction meeting July 27th, which is like your final meeting. And from that point forward, any changes you make, there is fees that you pay. And that's for you pay like a regular fee, just a change order fee, and then what is it, a design?
The 3D printing, or the...
To send it CAD, yeah, like for their engineers to redesign. So that was July 27th, and then we closed on our actual mortgage on the house on September 17th. And from that point, you wait for your dig day, and I think normally it was supposed to be within 90 days. In ours currently, it was originally January 17th, and now they've moved it to January 24th, which is hopefully next week. We can get started, but today it's like -5 degrees outside, so we won't hold our breaths. But hopefully they'll be getting started here any day. Our friends who are building right behind us, they got started with theirs the week leading up to New Year's Eve, so December 27th-ish. So they're just a couple weeks ahead of us. So anyway, that's all for this video, and I hope some of this information was helpful, at least for the timeline, what to expect, and we'll kind of update you throughout this whole series on how long it's taking and where we're at and what day we're on. So thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram too, which is Bruce Build a Halstead. Thanks. See you in a minute.
See you later.